Hello, and welcome to this overview of how to get the most out of your Teach Transform books. We're going to walk you through how the books are set up so that you're clear about what you're looking at. There are two kinds of pages in all of our books, teacher pages and student pages. What you see on this page is the teacher page. See the icon that the orange arrow is pointing at? That's our teacher icon. So anytime you see this, you'll know you're on a teacher page. The student pages have an icon of a student holding a book. These are the pages that the students write on. Let's look at the naming conventions. See the 5.F.8? The 5 means that this is a 5th grade activity. The F means that this is from the fractions book, and this is activity number 8. We have two different series, Start Quick and Ramp It Up and Master Fractions. The Start Quick and Ramp It Up series is made up of activities that address the student expectations that students often get stuck on. They're slices of instruction to address very targeted needs. The Master Fractions series is intended to be all of the needed fraction instruction from start to finish for any given grade level. Both book series contain activities to remind students about prior grade level learning. You might choose to use them with the whole class at the beginning of the unit, but they can also be used during intervention to solidify prior grade level learning. The activities that are scaffolded to lower grade level learning are called Quick Starts in the Start Quick and Ramp It Up series, and they're called Bridge Activities in the Master Fractions series. On grade level activities are called Ramp Ups in the Start Quick series, and they're called Master's Activities in the Master Fractions series. We also include challenges for students who are ready for more complex thinking. In the Start Quick series, these challenges appear as single problems in the Ramp Up activities. There are also whole activity challenges called lunches. In the Fraction series, we included challenge problems within the Master's activities. Because the Fraction series is comprehensive start-to-finish fraction instruction, each book includes quick, open-ended quizzes called evaluates, so you can see what students have mastered and what they need more time on. Teacher pages include all kinds of helpful information. They include planning, they include your answer keys, examples for you to do with students, they give you the directions for the centers or labels for student groups, and all the card sets that you might need. Let's look a little more closely at the teacher pages. This is the teacher page for a 4th grade activity in the multiplication book, and it's the second activity in the book. Every activity is tied to grade level TEKS, and the student expectations are right there on the teacher page so you can see them easily, and they include the mathematics process standards. We included a title so you can see at a glance what the activity is about. There's a little more detail about that activity in the purpose. And then there's check boxes. The check boxes tell you different kinds of things that are included in the activity. So for instance, this activity is one-step problems only that uses concrete models and array or area models, and it's appropriate for small group instruction or tutoring and intervention. Each teacher page also includes a setting up for instruction, so the things that you need to do prior to teaching the activity, and a how-to guide, which helps you know what the author was thinking whenever they wrote the activity. There are also content and instruction extras. The content instruction extras help you build your content knowledge, or they suggest effective instructional strategies. And finally, you have a set of questions called thought extenders that help you help your students think more deeply and get unstuck when they get stuck on a problem. Let's look a little bit more at the content and instruction extras. See the orange arrow pointing to the plus sign? That icon tells you that you are looking at a content and instruction extra, and oftentimes the content and instruction extra is tied to one of the mathematics process standards. These extras include content knowledge for you, explanations about possible misconceptions that students may have, classroom management strategies, instructional strategies, and support for special populations. Let's look a little at the thought extenders. The thought extenders are a list of questions that you can use to help your students get unstuck. They help their brains point at what's most important about the math that they're doing. They help develop their conceptual understanding, and they help them think more deeply about the mathematics. We have the answer keys on two different places. Sometimes the answer keys are their own page, and you'll see the word answer key at the top. But occasionally, whenever the answer key is just a list of numbers, we put it right on the teacher page in the front so that you can see, and to make it easier so you don't have to flip back and forth. Because we're always trying to get students to think and write in math, we've included many journaling opportunities for students. The journaling activities could be what-ifs. They could be correcting someone's mistake, justifying thinking, explaining answers or explaining something about the problem or the concept. And they are all great formative assessments, so you know what your students know and what they don't know. You can use the activities in both series in lots of different ways. For instance, you might want to use it for direct instruction. You as the teacher are standing in front of the class, your students are working in pairs or groups of 3, and you're working together to help them understand the problems. You might want to put your students in small groups, and then you as the teacher facilitate their instruction, walking around and answering questions from individual groups and doing quick little tutoring sessions right there in the midst of all the learning. You might want to use them for actual intervention class or for tutoring during your regular class. You as the teacher can sit there and work with a small group of students, and the great news is there are plenty of other activities in the book for the other students to be working on while you're working with a small group. And that means these are also great for guided math. They're also great for STAR practice, as every activity is highly aligned to the student expectations in Texas. We hope that you'll connect with us on social media. We've created a Pinterest site that only has pins that we know are good quality instruction or great information for Texas teachers. We also have a Facebook page, and of course we tweet. Thank you for listening to this overview. If you have any questions, please feel free to email us.